Yo, welcome back to the Big Juicy Wrestling channel. I'm your host, Big Juicy, aka Nate, and welcome back to another episode of WrestleMania Wednesdays. Today I'm going to be reviewing WrestleMania 15, but before I do that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss another video. With that being said, let's get on to the review. WrestleMania 15. WrestleMania 15 took place in 1999 at the First Union Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the first match on the card was Hardcore Holly versus Billy Gunn versus Al Snow for the Hardcore Championship, and Hardcore Holly won this match, and I rated this match a 2-star rating. The second match on the card was Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown and Test for the Tag Team Championships, and Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett won this match, and I rated this match a 1.5-star rating. The third match on the card was Butterbean versus Bart Gunn in a boxing match, and Butterbean won this match, and I rated this match a 0-star rating. The fourth match on the card was Mankind versus The Big Show, and the winner got to be the special guest referee in the main event, and Mankind won this match via a disqualification, and I rated this match a 1-star rating. The fifth match on the card was Road Dogg versus Val Venus versus Goldust versus Ken Shamrock for the Intercontinental Championship, and Road Dogg won this match, retaining his Intercontinental Championship, and I rated this match a 2.25-star rating. The sixth match on the card was Kane versus Triple H, and Kane won this match via a disqualification, and I rated this match a 2.5-star rating. The seventh match on the card was Sable versus Tori for the Women's Championship, and Sable won this match, retaining her Women's Championship, and I rated this match a 0-star rating. The eighth match on the card was Shane McMahon versus X-Pac for the European Championship, and Shane McMahon won this match, retaining his European Championship, and I rated this match a 3.75-star rating. The ninth match on the card was The Undertaker versus the Big Boss Man in a Hell in a Cell match, and The Undertaker won this match, and I rated this match a 2-star rating. And finally, the main event of WrestleMania 15 was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock for the WWE Championship in a no disqualification match with Mankind as the special guest referee, and Stone Cold Steve Austin won this match, becoming the new WWE Champion, and I rated this match a 4.5-star rating. And now that I have that out of the way, you guys know what's up. Let's get on to the tier rating. And here we are. So we have the usual, of course, come on, you guys know it now, it's week 15. But if you're new to these type of videos, we have super juicy, juicy, medium, well done, and dry. The first match on the card was for the Hardcore Championship, and it was a triple threat match between Hardcore Holly, Billy Gunn, and Al Snow. This match was the typical Hardcore Championship match with your crazy weapon spots, tables, chairs, whatever, you know what I mean? Al Snow brought his head in, of course, but all in all, not the best match, but it also wasn't terrible. I mean, it was enjoyable to watch because it was just like this car wreck of a match with a bunch of weapons and stuff, and they were just beating the living crap out of each other. But it was literally just a typical Hardcore Championship match. So I did rate it 2 stars, like I said at the beginning. But I am going to be putting this match into the well done. Oh, it does this every single time. There we go. Into the well done category. Not the most spectacular match in the world, but it also wasn't terrible. It was a fun watch, and it was just a crazy car wreck of a match. 2-star rating. Well done category. Oh, what are you, oh my god. You good, man? Alright, but well done it's going into. The next match was Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart versus D'Lo Brown and Test for the Tag Team Championships. And how D'Lo Brown and Test got this match is there was a battle royal on the pre-show of this card, and D'Lo Brown and Test won this match, won that match to become the #1 contenders for the belts, and they got this match on the card as well. I was wrong in my last video. I thought that Owen Hart versus Triple H was the last Owen Hart WrestleMania match, but it was actually this match, unfortunately. This was the last match in Owen Hart's career at WrestleMania. It's very unfortunate, and it also wasn't a very great match as well. It was kind of just like one-off match just to get, I think, people on the card, to get a tag team championship match on the card, because not a lot happened in this match. It was a slow-moving match. I mean, Jeff Jarrett's a great worker. D'Lo Brown's a great worker. Test is all right, but they really just didn't mesh well. They really just didn't have great chemistry in the ring. I thought Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart were a very fun tag team, in my opinion. Very underrated tag team as well. But I feel like this match was just thrown together with no storyline at all, because they literally just won a battle royal to get this match on the pre-show of the show. So for me personally, I'm going to be putting this match into the dry category. It's unfortunate that this was the last match in Owen Hart's, the last WrestleMania match in Owen Hart's career. Very unfortunate, but it just wasn't a great match all around. The next match on the card, and I still have no idea why they put this match on the card, and it was Butterbean versus Bart Gunn in a boxing match. Like a legit boxing match. I rated this a 0-star rating. I mean, it's a boxing match, and it lasted for not even 30 seconds because Butterbean knocked out Bart Gunn with like 2 punches. This match is famous because Bart Gunn was not supposed to win. What was it called? The Brawl for All, I think it was called, something like that. And Bart Gunn was not supposed to win that, and he did. And since he won that Brawl for All, because there was shoot boxing matches, like actual legit boxing matches, and Bart Gunn just happened to win the tournament, he got punished for it, and they put him against Butterbean, who has one of the, like, who just knocks out, like, pretty much every opponent he steps in the ring with, and he knocked out Bart Gunn in under 30 seconds. This match, it was funny to watch, just because I know the backstory of this match, but it was just funny that they put this on WrestleMania in front of, like, there was probably like a solid 50,000 people in the crowd, maybe less. I might be over-exaggerating, but there was a lot of people at this event, and there was a lot of people watching this event, and Butterbean knocked Bart Gunn out in under 30 seconds. It was very funny to watch, and I mean, I feel bad for Bart Gunn, because Bart Gunn got punished for actually winning the Brawl for All and actually being the best boxer in WWE. But this match is going into the dry category. It wasn't a wrestling match at all. It was literally just a squash boxing match, because Butterbean is an absolute unit and knocked out Bart Gunn in under 30 seconds, like I've mentioned many times already. But this was just funny to watch. If you guys want to go watch this, please do, because it's just fun to watch. The next match on the card was Mankind versus The Big Show, and whoever won this match was the special guest referee in the main event. Now, this Big Show was on the side of Vince McMahon, so of course Vince McMahon wanted The Big Show to win this match, so The Rock could have a better chance of beating Stone Cold. And then The Big Show kind of just got fed up and hit Mankind with a chair. And then after that, Big Show laid his hands on Vince McMahon and then got arrested. But beat up Mankind some more. So he was pretty much injured as well. And then Big Show, again, like I said, he got arrested. But this was just funny. This was a funny moment. I don't even know. The match itself just wasn't great at all either. I only rated it a 1 star. I mean, it's Mankind and The Big Show. I mean, you're not going to get this 5-star classic out of those two. But the fact that The Big Show got arrested after this match was absolutely hilarious. Him in a cop car was super duper funny. So I'm going to be putting this into the dry category. Not a lot to say about this match, just besides, again, Big Show getting arrested. The next match on the card was a Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship that involved Ken Shamrock, Val Venus, Goldust, and the Intercontinental Champion at the time, Road Dogg. This match, again, was a match to get people on the card, but it honestly wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't a fantastic match, but it wasn't terrible either. It was a nice showcase of the mid card at the time, because it was a good mid card in my opinion. But the Road Dogg did retain his Intercontinental Championship. But it showed off it showed off the mid card at the time, which it was very nice. Getting people on the card, getting Val Venus on the card, Ken Shamrock, Goldust, you know. But that's all it was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be this technical masterpiece. It was just supposed to be a nice little Intercontinental Championship match, which I did enjoy because I'm a huge fan of the Intercontinental Championship. So I am going to be putting this into the well done category. I do think it's a little bit better than this match here, but there's other matches on the card that I do think is better than this match. But all in all, again, this was just to get superstars on the card, to show off the mid card, and to show off the Intercontinental Championship. And shout out to Road Dogg being an Intercontinental Champion, because honestly, I forget that he was Intercontinental Champion pretty much every day until I remind myself somehow. But this match, pretty decent, but also not amazing. The next match on the card was Kane versus Triple H, and this match wasn't bad. It was better than these two matches, but it also wasn't amazing either. The Kane was flirting with China a lot of this match. I'm just realizing now how funny this WrestleMania was. Because Kane flirting with China was very hilarious, and Triple H, I mean, he was still a part of DX at the time, and this match, I mean, there's not a lot to really say about this match. It ended in a disqualification, with China getting involved and stuff, but all in all, like, I really can't say much about it, because not a lot really happened in this match. So I'm going to be putting this match into the well done category. I still do think that this match is better than these two matches, but I think the highlight of this entire match was Kane flirting with China. But all in all, not a lot to really say about this match. The next match on the card was Sable versus Tori for the Women's Championship. And like all women's matches in the Attitude Era, this match really wasn't great. It was very sloppy. And they did not get a lot of time to really wrestle. Sable, again, was incredibly over with the fans, which really surprised me. It also surprised me in WrestleMania 14 as well, but she was incredibly over back then. The fans went crazy when Sable hit the grind in the ring. But yeah, this match wasn't great. I rated it a 0-star rating as well, which is saying something because this was the other 0-star rating. But this was every women's match pretty much in the Attitude Era. They really did not give the women any time to wrestle, which is very unfortunate. Because some of them actually could wrestle, but like they just didn't give them the time of day. So this match is going into the dry category. Not a lot happened in this match besides Sable just hitting the grind and the crowd going absolutely berserk. But Sable did retain her women's championship, which, I mean, was the surprise of no one because of how over she was. I just wish the women got a little bit more time in the Attitude Era, but this was the most stereotypical Attitude Era women's match. The next match on the card was Shane McMahon versus X-Pac for the European Championship. And this match was actually very good. I actually really enjoyed this match a lot. I think these two superstars did an amazing job in the ring. Shane McMahon, let me tell you, I'm a big fan of Shane McMahon. I think Shane McMahon actually has some very good matches out there. I think he's a very underrated wrestler. He just doesn't get the credit he deserves because he is Vince's son. But I think that this match was actually very decent. And X-Pac is also an amazing in-ring competitor as well. And this match was also it was a big moment. This was also the implosion of DX at the time. Triple H turned on X-Pac, costing X-Pac this match, having Shane McMahon retain his European Championship. And yeah, like this match was the implosion of DX. Like, DX was no more after this match. Triple H aligned himself with the corporation, with Vince McMahon and Shane, and this was really the start of Triple H's reign of terror in the early 2000s, where he just won every single match and became this like vicious, sadistic heel. And this was really the start of it, when he actually turned heel and actually turned on DX to join the corporation. So this was actually a huge moment in WWE history, which actually gave it some more made me like this match a lot more because of how big of an impact that this match had. So I'm actually going to be putting this match into the juicy category. Honestly, a great match to begin with, but then the added on Triple H turning on DX, and really like a huge moment in WWE history, because Triple H's heel run really was like, he was like the main guy for WWE in like the early 2000s, because he won every single match and he was just the most hated heel, and this was the match that began all of that. Sorry. my grammar is not great, but this is the match that truly began the entire reign of terror. The next match on the card okay, was The Undertaker versus the Big Boss Man in a Hell in a Cell match. Now, if you know this match, you know what happened. Not a lot of people like talking about this match because of that moment. The match itself wasn't great, but it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. This was definitely an Attitude Era moment. Definitely an Attitude Era match. I can't really say much about this match because that moment at the end of the match alone solidifies this entire match. You know what I mean? So the match itself, I rated it a 2-star. I mean, it wasn't a terrible match, if I'm being honest. Oh, hi. Hello. Hi. Okay. The match itself wasn't terrible, but the ending kind of ruined the match for me, because I'm like, why did they even decide to do that? Because that is truly insane to have on live television. Actually, no, pay-per-view, on a pay-per-view in front of millions and millions of people. I don't know why they would do that. Why Vince had the idea of, hey, we're gonna do this crazy spot at the end of this match. I still don't know how they did it, but without like actually hurting the Big Boss Man. But it was just honestly so crazy that they even decided to do that ending. So I'm gonna be putting this into the well done category. A lot of wrestling fans just don't like talking about this match because of that ending, and if you know, you know. That's all I got to say. And finally, the main event of WrestleMania 15 was The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE Championship, with Mankind as the special guest referee for like half of the match. But this match was fun. It truly was fun. It was a no disqualification match, so a lot of shenanigans happened with the corporation, with Vince trying to stop Stone Cold from winning the big one. There's a cool spot where Stone Cold hit his elbow face drop onto the announce table. It was a fun match. It truly was a fun match. I think this is definitely out of their 3 matches that they have, I think this is one of the weaker matches that they've had. Like, out of their 3 WrestleMania matches, I think this is the weakest one, in my opinion. But, it still was fantastic. These two just have amazing chemistry in the ring together, amazing storytelling in the ring together as well. Of course, 2 of the greatest of all time, 2 Mount Rushmore level wrestlers, and they truly, absolutely killed it in this match. I did rate it a 4.5 star rating. It was the match of the night for me. So for me personally, it is going into the super juicy category. And truly, it deserves it because 2 legends of the business. They have one of the greatest rivalries of all time. And this match, like I said, is definitely their weakest one out of their 3, in my opinion, match-wise. But it was just such a fun match to watch with the crazy, like, weapon spots, with the shenanigans happening in the match. And then Stone Cold actually beating The Rock, beating the Corporation, which was a great moment. So all in all, just a great match all around, and these 2 are just legends of the business and have amazing chemistry in the ring together. All in all, I thought this WrestleMania was just a fun watch. Not a lot of crazy stuff happened in this WrestleMania, but I thought there was a lot of funny moments of just, like, this was just the most stereotypical Attitude Era type show that you can think of, like, just crazy spots and just crazy ideas by Vince McMahon that he did in this WrestleMania, with, of course, the Undertaker Big Boss Man ending, and then the, like, the Butterbean Bart Gunn match, and, you know, just this ridiculous stuff that, like, would never happen in today's WWE. Like, just the most Attitude Era type show. I still very enjoyed this WrestleMania because it kept me engaged the entire time. It kept me wanting to watch it more and more. But I did rate this WrestleMania a 3-star rating. I think that there weren't a lot of great matches on the card, in my opinion. There were only like 2 that, like, only like the main event and Shane McMahon versus X-Pac that I can really think of. There was some big moments in this WrestleMania, of course, with Stone Cold beating the Corporation, and with the implosion of DX, Triple H turning on DX to join the Corporation. So those were 2 big moments in WWE history, but all in all, this was just a fun WrestleMania, just a fun Attitude Era type show, and honestly, it was a fun show all around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please tune in next Wednesday where I'll be doing my WrestleMania 16 review. Please tune in on next Friday where I'll be doing my AEW Full Gear predictions video. And please tune in next Sunday where I'll be doing my AEW Full Gear review video. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next video.